Make sure that's charging. I'm gonna check quick. Alright, it's all good. Sorry, it wouldn't tell me. I had to hit the home button, but sorry about the early streams. I have school, and I still want to get content out to you guys, but I also don't want to miss school. Yesterday, we had a snow day, so I could get the content out if I really wanted to, and I figured I streamed earlier that morning that you guys weren't going to want another stream throughout the day. But we're playing the Falcons. I want them to wear their alternate. I really like that uniform for the Falcons. I'm going to go to the 2000s classic alternate for Green Bay because it's all yellow. I don't know why. There's just something about that uniform that really gets it going. I did up the injury just a little bit in the sliders. Adams is already halfway to 1,000 yards in 3 weeks. Sorry about that, I'm just checking my phone quick. Trying not to get copyright music.
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
And we get the ball.
It's time for
the only other game where we got the ball first was against Minnesota.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Austin on the return.
God, I do not want to see god-awful numbers.
Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they finally get him down, but not before.
What a run.
A big play there on the first play of the game. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Drive down the field
At the 16-yard line.
And then the rest of the game, it's absolutely true.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Off to Aaron Jones.
The numbers for Jones last week, 24 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complimentary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Is good. Makes the score. Packers 3.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the 25.
A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsay. 23 carries, 96 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
11 yards there, 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 11 on the
11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Personal foul.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
They run. It's Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
At the 20-yard line.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Atlanta.
From the gun, it's Ryan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Don't throw a single pitch this game.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the Packers' 5-yard line.
To throw again is Ryan. And that'll
That's
be
a linebacker
incomplete.
stepping up in
Took a
coverage.
pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Ryan will throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Ties the game at 3-3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
That is caught inside the 5. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
I'll just go find it in the back place.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, first and goal. Rodgers going to try and run.
Not running that again.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and goal.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up second down and a bit farther.
That's caught at the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it with Jones. And this time he is in. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. First quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you. We're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here. Even if we don't get it, get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Falcons.
That pisses me off.
Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm still pretty bad.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, This was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Might be
All
more
level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
I don't like anything.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss lap. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To Julio Jones. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 6 yards.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Jones.
I knew that was a bad idea.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Falcons.
The ball carrier.
Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Jones.
What?
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
We always talk about our admiration for quarterbacks who can extend the life of a play and create another play off of one that appears to have broken down. Should we come up with a different term for Aaron Rodgers? Because he's taken it to a new level.
He loves life outside of the pocket, doesn't he?
He certainly does. Very comfortable out there, and it usually results in good things for Green Bay.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Flush to his right. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out,
and it's 1st down to the roughing.
The play-action pass could very well be
I was not
open.
early, but I was not late.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because
officials
always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They'll run with Lindsay, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
To throw is Ryan. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Preston Smith showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? From the gun, Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms. And this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers. But that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there. And not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6 down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's brought down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
What?
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Yeah, my whole O-line's banged up now.
We'll step aside and be right back. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He'll let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Without a doubt, the will as well as a really nice touch on the ball that was
down on that drive.
Talent, too. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it...
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3rd
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on.
I want to bring in A.J. Dillon for the rest of the half, and then I'll sub Aaron Jones back.
The trenches, there was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Rodgers now on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Damn it.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Ryan. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Amos on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 30.
From the gun, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the 1st half, this is just complete domination. 3rd and long, it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
Hey, sorry I'm being quiet this
because
time,
he
so there's
catches
not a
it
whole
well,
lot for me to
creates a
think about
mismatch.
after the
You're
game.
going to come from with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
I don't know who my back was.
Whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Adams on a fade.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And the
Falcons
get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Nobody's willing to block for me when it comes to pass blocking.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down.
Matt Ryan sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
This is honestly becoming a defensive game.
Play action. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now it's Rodgers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is no good. He missed it.
No good.
And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the Panthers who were able to come away with the home victory. Teddy Bridgewater, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. 24-17. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. 24-0 is your final.
I think only one NFC East team.
Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Roughing the passer.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this...
Oh, I forgot. I need to sub somebody back in. Alright,
time they get him behind the line.
Smith on the stop.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. The left side completion to Jones.
Ryan's pass.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Is no good. The score remains.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Jones running on 1st down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Now Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Ryan Kerrigan, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Damn it, I roughed him again.
That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
On 1st down, Ryan. A slant to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And Jair lost back.
Atlanta.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
The tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls or setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
11 yards there, first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
At the 28-yard line.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Ryan.
Nope. And I got another fucking roughing the passer call.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Roughing the passer defense.
On Alexander.
So that one will be accepted. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown.
Complete to Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
Lining up for the point after.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And he
All right, we're
puts
down
it
by
through.
7.
5 plays there on that
Not the end of
drive.
the world.
And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Still got plenty of time.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jones. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
7.
On 3rd down, Rodgers looking deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now it's Lindsey, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. First down, Falcons.
Now Ryan. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. But now it's 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against
They
them
hit the
offensively.
crossbar.
Distance wasn't the problem, but he did need some help from the right upright, and he got it. A little kiss and in.
Yeah, unfortunately caught on the inside of the upright, and that pushed it through. This isn't like a baseball foul pole where you hit any part of it and it counts. It's got to go through the post. If he hits it on the outside, that's no good.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes and refuse to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Ryan.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout. An injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That one good for 26 and a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
We're making plays.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Rodgers. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner,
Great,
it may have
another
been a fumble.
fucking lineman hurt.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
It's 4th down.
And the 13-year man puts it
Final.
through. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
The score, Falcons 27. Packers
Beautiful, right down Broadway.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
Pick 6, let's go.
It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point try now for Crosby.
If he doesn't get defensive player of the week, I don't know who will.
Early in this 4th quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. And he's about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
They'll go again with Lindsey. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Ryan's pass.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats. Throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
Lions pass.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way that pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
A gain of a
We
yard.
talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
15 yards on the play, first down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I really want to hold him to a field goal.
35-yard.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
He'll find Lindsey here. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackle. We'll give you the short stuff. And just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He's brought down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 8.
They'll go again to Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look,
Alright,
we'll
that's
step
really the only
aside.
thing I
And
do.
for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Rodgers now to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. So if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Lions pass.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
Call it no
That way
gain
we're down by
on the run
6.
there. Now they'll be looking at a
Scored
3rd
a
down.
2-point conversion.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on third down. Ryan, and he is into the end
That
zone
could just
for a
ended the game.
Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return.
Alright, we got a
The
90
Packers take
clock.
over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Wait, he's going to have to cover
1st and 10
one
at
of
the
these
50-yard line.
Then I'll have this artist my check down and
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
You got the step.
Looking deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. And even 40 yards. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being
back
able to
in this
focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last
Get a
week
stop
it totally
and score a
carries over,
touchdown.
but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners
goal,
kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
I want to win a turnover battle for one again.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lindsay, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
They go play action with Ryan. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great.
We made him have
and
to
he
punt.
goes down once more. Preston Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
When you throw it as often as Matt Ryan does, you're going to face some pressure, and he tied for the most sacks last year with 48 as he got sacked there again, but he also led the league in completions. A little bit of feast and famine when Matt Ryan goes back into the pocket.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good,
And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And no, it's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts.
Great, that is game.
Falcons. Phillip Lindsay, 35 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover,
Be able to get it back
and
down
you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So now Rodgers in the pack. Down by 10. Just over 2 minutes to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now whistles here. Flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. So that'll back him up 5. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And it's caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. 44. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side. Get that come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
In punt formation for the Falcons.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Don't do us like that.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
That is caught inside the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
4-yard line.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right, they got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Tonight's final score.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to
That's a good game, and that's going to be the end of the stream. Hope you all have a good day. I'm going to go and start getting ready for school. I will stream Minecraft when I'm done with school. So, yeah, around 2 is when I should stream Minecraft, somewhere around there. I can actually stream it during school when I don't have a class. But, yep. I'm going to advance the week and check weekly awards. We got 3 new injuries. I'll adjust my injury slider off camera. But, Devontae Adams and the guy with 4 picks, that pisses me off. But 335 yards, 3 touchdowns, 16 receptions. Gonna look at stats so far. So Rodgers has the 38th best passer rating, 1st most touchdowns, and 1st in yards. Jones has 3rd most yards, 2nd most touchdowns, and the most carries. And the best receiver in the NFL is Devontae Adams. 32 in points allowed. But I'm first. Like, I got the best offense and the worst defense. That might explain why I'm 2-2. You know, defense wins championships. But I will see you guys in my next stream.